I'd like to take us back in a different way to self love and how self love is a cornerstone in being successful. I'm going to talk to you about a guy who restarted the program December 9th of last year, 2017. He had been on the program before, lost a tremendous amount of weight, but he's an addict. Whatever tension or pressure comes up in his life, he uses food for comfort and escape. And in doing so, he never did stabilization. So, although he took the weight off, he's put the weight back, and here he is again. Recognizing what I've just shared with you, in my head I said, I'm going to treat him in the same way that I treat teenagers. I'm going to give him 2 strikes. The first week he comes in and hasn't lost, I'm going to say strike one. The second week in a row he comes in and hasn't lost, I'm going to say you're out. Find another means and way of losing the weight. He was not happy. He said, I want to do the program. I know it's difficult for me. I know it's a conflict, but it's something that I have to do. And I said, well, why is it that it's something that you have to do? He says, I can't walk up the stairs. I can't keep up with my kids. I feel tired after a day of work. And physically, if I don't do this, then I'm really in trouble. I said to him, I understand. But what's going to keep you this time, without my putting limits on you, from holding to the structure of the program? He said, I'm not sure. All I can tell you is I'm motivated, and this is what I want to do. We talked about the magic protocol. He called me after our first meeting in December, said he had gone out and bought the candies. He placed them everywhere he could think of, in his car, at work, in his pockets, at home, and he was going to do it. 2 weeks ago, that's 14 days ago, so it's the middle of January, say about the 15th of January, he was down 45 pounds. And in the last 2 weeks, he lost an additional 10. 55 pounds from December the 9th to February the 1st. When he walked in today, he was out of control in a positive way. He was excited. He couldn't stop talking. He couldn't stop talking about what he was doing, how much weight he had lost, how it felt, how it made him feel good. And then he said to me, the first 2 weeks, I guess I was using the magic protocol 40, 50 times a day. I almost never was without a candy in my mouth. And that's not right, Dr. Schwartz. And I said to him, what does that mean it's not right? He says, I was totally dependent on the candies and I was out of control. and I'm out of control with food. You called me an addict. I said, yes, I did. You use food for comfort and escape. Well, instead of food, I was using the magic protocol for comfort and escape. I said, did it work? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, you've lost 55 pounds since December the 9th. Tell me, how many candies a day are you using? 7, 8, 9. And I do so because every time I do it, I know it works. And it feels so good when it works because I want to cheat, but I can't control it. The moment I put the candy in my mouth, you're right. I could do nothing. It takes the power away from me, but it feels so good because even though I have no power to cheat, I can't cheat, and that's what I really want. What is it that you really want? I want that cheat, but I want to lose the weight even more than I want the cheat. And the only way I can do it now, how do you feel, Ralph? He said, I have to tell you, the thought of going out of control is terrifying. Knowing that I can fall back on the magic protocol feels soothing and calming because I know I can't escape. It gives me what I really want, despite the fact that without those candies, there is no question in my mind that I would cheat. Now, listen to what he said. Food controls him because it reduces his stress. It reduces his anxiety. It gives him comfort. He has now substituted the candies which give him not as much comfort, which take away his power to cheat, but it gives him the feeling of control because he's the one choosing to put the candy in his mouth instead of the cheat. If you want to be successful and you're an addict, be able to say what he's beginning to say. And that is, the more I do it, the happier I'm becoming with myself. Love yourself. Do the magic protocol. Take your life back. Talk to me soon.